If any of you watch my videos and think, oh, I'd love a Mal, please don't. I know that sounds a bit kind of abrupt or whatever, but I don't want to be the reason why people have bought a Mal and then realise they can't handle it. Malinois is very, very hard work. I might make it look easy and it might come across as easy, I don't know. But trust me, to have 3 is it's hard work, but to have 1 is bad enough. They're very hypo dogs, very hyperactive, you know what I mean? People say they're like German Shepherds on crack. So others, I think they're like kids on sugar. When they've had a, you know, come out of school and had a sugar feast. They're just all over the place. And that's not just like when you come out and have a walk or whatever, or you know, when they get up in the morning. That's like 90% of the day. The rest of the time they're either sleeping or eating. But when I say sleeping, sorry, I'm clicking my finger. When I say sleeping, they don't sleep long. They'll sleep overnight, but during the day they don't want much rest. They just want to be getting up to things. So if you've got a small flat, small house, neighbours that ain't going to put up with some noise, and if you work all day, then definitely please do not get a Malinois. You need working dog experience, you need military, police, been in the professional, you know, side of dogs to have these kind of dogs. I mean, these are just, and I'm seeing so many now in the UK that people have bought and then can't handle, and they've gone, I didn't realise. There's no way of telling you how it is. You've got to experience it for yourself. But all I can say is, if you've ever had a problem with children in the past, when you've had maybe a hyperactive child, now you know that hyperactive child will settle down and sleep. Rebel! He's got through the gate. I don't want him going through there. Sorry, you have to have eyes in the back of your head as well, because they like to get up to things. Very curious. Pick up a scent and they want to be there. Yeah, if you've ever had a hyperactive child and you found that extremely hard work, don't forget that hyperactive child sleeps, goes to school. You know, you have breaks. Even your partner or whatever can take the child for a walk or whatever, you know. These things are in your face 90% of the day. So, yeah, please don't see my videos and think, oh, look, this guy does it. He takes them up the mountains. He kind of, you know, and he's getting on. He's not exactly a youngster, and he finds it really easy. Don't forget, I had plenty of experience with dog handling in the military with German Shepherds. Had some short experience with the police, not too long, and done it through the security work, personal protection, leading all the way up to my first dog, which was a German Shepherd pet, as a pet, when I was about, I'm trying to figure when it was, but I think I was 37, I think, when I had my first pet German Shepherd. All the rest have been work dogs. So yeah, it's not easy, and you have to have, that's why I left it so late. I had to have the time. I was doing a lot of adult education, you know, kind of studying. I was doing a degree, so I thought that would be the perfect time to bring a dog into my life when I've got time to get breaks from my studying, but I'm at home most of the time. Look at her crash then. I think she's made of steel. She never seems to have a limp or a lameness. Oh, going back to that time when I was in Magoo's and we came back and she was lame. If anyone wanted to know what it was, I checked her pads, they were cracked, and with the snow and ice, it caused her pads to crack. So that morning when she got up and she was lame and I was wondering what it was, I checked her pads and that's what it was, and she was okay after a couple of days. But we were out in some really bad temperatures, so I guess her pads were really soft against me other two. These two, I've done it so many times. Hopefully we'll be going away soon, getting back up to Scotland, hot tenting this time. Rebel! It keeps going that way where something's been, it could be foxes. Please! This way. Good thing is they work together, so if one comes back, the other will come back. The other bad thing is if one goes away, the other go away. I'm watching just in case I get walkers at the back end of that fence and they want to go through and invite themselves to someone's dog. As I say, I don't normally do these videos. I'm just trying to put Peter right, because I know Peter might see my videos and think, oh, I love them now. They're such beautiful dogs. They are beautiful dogs, but they're very, very hard work. So I don't want to put anyone in the wrong way, you know what I mean? You got to be very careful. Sometimes your videos only show the good points, you know, and people see all these lovely dogs playing around and they go, oh, that would make a lovely protection dog for us and for our home and the kids. It's true, it would. But one of you got like 12 hours a day to spend with it, kind of working it, training it, making sure its needs are fully cared for. It needs training. You need training. Hold on, I gotta get them back. That's better. I was shouting, so I turned you off. I didn't want you having me screaming into the camera. You need training. This way, you two. Look at them doing standoff, Mexican standoff. Good. I'm bringing them away from that fence because we get dog walkers over that side, and you won't see them till last minute if they come walking by that hedge. Yeah, you need training. Going back to the point, I keep getting people stopping me when they see my three walking in the road and they think, wow, you know, beautiful dogs walking so well. And they keep saying to me, do you train dogs? And I say, well, yes and no. You know, I'm not a fully qualified trainer, but I've got the experience with the military and the police. And I've had them for so long, I think it's something like 40 odd years now, working dogs, German Shepherds, and 12 now with the males, you know. And I always say to the people, no disrespect, but it's not the dogs that need really training, it's the humans. They need to know how to handle them. They do need to know the signs to look out for, how to respond, how to, you know, simple things like walking with a lead is such a simple thing to do, but I see so many people getting it wrong. Feel that tension through the lead and ease it, you know. If you're getting a dog that's getting strung up, it's probably 9 times out of 10 because you've got the lead so tense. Rebel, this way! And go down to the stream. Just changing it around a bit. The good thing is, you see, if I just had the one male now, I'd have to be doing a lot more work with this dog. But because these two are burning that energy off, and this is the energy I want burning off, that all that, store that energy from the last 24 hours or whatever. Now Stella, I know, she just wants to jog around. She's looking a bit lumpy today when she's walking. She has good and bad days. But the good thing is with these two, they'll help each other burn it off. But if I just had Rebel or just Rogue, I'd have to do a lot more training, maybe some ball work, whatever. Just a bit, Rogue! Sorry, I'm shouting again. Hold on. So here the monster had gone through the gate and go running in there. We got sheep in another field. It's far away, but I don't want them anywhere near where there's sheep. She has not been trained with sheep at the moment. And she might see them and think, oh, nice fluffy things, I'd like to go chasing. And that's the last thing I want her doing. It's a bad habit. You don't start a bad habit. I've got to take her to Peak District one day and walk her through where the sheep are in the moors, nice and free. And have her on lead, of course. And any signs I see she wants to go or chase the sheep, I'll cancel that straight away. You have to be firm but fair. But she has to understand that is a no. So yeah, what else I'll go warn you about? Sounds awful, doesn't it? But I don't want to be responsible for people seeing my videos and go, oh, I'd love to get one. So I want people to get things straight. They're very mouthy, very bitey. They will scratch you, they will jump up. I mean, of course, you don't encourage any of that, but sometimes they'll do it because they're full of energy and they'll just want to draw your attention. I got a bite on my, I don't know if it's focusing, but she caught me by accident. I play fighting with her, my fault. Again, you just got to kind of never switch off. Sun's coming out, it's lovely now. You'll get scratches. I've got scratches on my hands and arms and everything. So you might even be allergic to them. I'm trying my best to put people off. Now they're beautiful dogs, but they have to be in the, you know, with the right kind of owner. You'll see so many videos warning people of getting these dogs. But the thing is, if you do like I do, as I say, the shortest I do is 4 miles, and that's when I'm being lazy. But normally today we'll do about between 8 and 10, because we might go the longer route today, so it could be nearer 10. And I find that easy to do because I'm doing so many miles throughout every day, and of course I'm retired, so I can do it, you know. But you couldn't do that if you're working. And as I say, when I got her, she was wild, and I knew straight away after a few days, and I released her, I realised the situation I got. She had been penned in too long every day, so she had all this energy. So all she did is whine and bark to get attention, and she realised that whining and barking was the way to get that attention, which was totally wrong. So when she came to my house, after that kind of honeymoon period where she settled down and seemed really gorgeous, you know, and she is a gorgeous girl, but the point is, she had them problems. And if I didn't respond, she started whining, and it was barking, it was running up and down the stairs, it was all kind of chaos. It all just suddenly came out, pouring out of her. And I realised this is something she'd been encouraged to do in a way by being penned up. How are you going to get attention? You can't go rattle the cage and say, hi, can you let me out for a walk? So what you do is you bark or you whine. And that's what she had learned to do. She isn't short of attitude or confidence for sure. But this is what she needs. All this burning off there. That's why, for a good reason, Rebel don't mind playing rough, and she doesn't mind playing rough. So that's why it's working so well. If you had a dog that didn't like, Stella, I don't know what you're eating, drop it. Drop it. Let's see what she's picking up. It looks like, I don't know, mud or sheep. We don't get no sheep in here, I don't know how that's going. So yeah, I've been bringing it down. When I got at the beginning, I saw these issues because I was out here with my friend one day and he had his Mal. And I was watching her and she was causing issues because she was just being real antagonistic, you know, kind of having a dig and stirring them all up. And it was her way just to try and get attention. So after the first few weeks, I brought her down a little step, then I brought her down another little step. And you keep bringing her down to your level. You can't do it overnight. So that's what I did. It's kind of calmed her down. And she's slowly getting there. The whining's more or less stopped. The barking definitely stopped. There wasn't no barking. And I tell you how I knew she's always been penned up for a long time. Is when I used to leave her to go shopping and put her in the pen because I didn't want the dogs loose, because you just don't know. Them two I can trust, but you don't know if her and Stella might have a niggle because two bitches. So I'm just watching, see how rough they get. When I used to leave the house and check on the cameras, she wouldn't whine, she wouldn't bark or anything. She was so used to being in a pen. So when I went, that was the attitude she was used to, someone leaving her in a pen. So she'd got accustomed to that. So that's normally the opposite. Normally, when you put a dog in a crate and then jump in your car and go shopping, normally that's when the barking starts, because the dog doesn't want to be in the crate. But as I say, she's so used to it. I had no issues. So that helped me out in that way. And it was great for neighbours and things like that. But I had it the opposite way. I had the whining and barking when she wanted to go out. I couldn't do it. Hey, leave it! Leave it! Leave it! Leave! Go! Go! See, she's picking up what Stella dropped. Go! I don't know what it is. It looks like sheep poo thing you only worry about that is one, it'll upset the tummy, but two, it might give them worms. This way! Sorry about the shouts. I'm purposely letting them go far and then bringing them back, and they come running, and it's just burning the energy off. See, look. I'll put on lead in a minute. Oh, well, I'll do some treats and then put on lead and let her calm down a bit. See, you hear him snapping. This way! This way! This way! Foos! Rebel! Foos! Sorry, I had a fly buzzing around me yet. Right, treat work. So done treats. Didn't do no training again. That's bad, isn't it? Just taking it easy. I'm being lazy. So yeah, what else can I forewarn you with males? The power they've got, for a start. They're beyond a lot of dogs that most people will have handled. If they do fight, or if, you know, they come across an aggressive dog, they will not give in. They will fight more or less to the death. And to prize a male and another big dog away, you'll have your work cut out. So you've got to take into account their strength. Great jumpers, believe it or not, good climbers. They use their force and speed. They can actually get up trees. So I'm not on about kind of climbing through the branches, but just use that momentum to run up a tree and get to that first branch or whatever. They jump walls, so make sure your garden's secure. They're very crafty dogs as well. Very intelligent, 100% intelligent. I know a lot of dogs are, but these will look for your weaknesses and play on them. As I say, if you're away from home and at work all day, be prepared to come back to your settee destroyed, your kitchen destroyed. Wherever you put the dog and left it for maybe 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 hours, apart from the mess they'll leave, they will destroy anything. It's their way of saying, like, I'm not happy, I don't want to be stuck in this house all day. So please take that into account. They don't take to being left alone. Doesn't matter if you leave radios on, lights on. As I say, there's always the one exception here and there where you might have a really calm, relaxed male and it's done it maybe in the previous home, you're rehoming it. But that's another thing. A lot of males that get rehomed have got issues already. So you're already taking on another issue, which you won't know. First 2 weeks, 3 weeks won't show itself, and then you'll get that saying, well, it was great when I got it, and then all of a sudden it's gone crazy. Stella! Sorry, Stella was rolling in something and I thought it might be fox poo. If you've ever had a dog covered in fox poo, it's not a nice thing. They love it, but your house won't. It will stink in your house. So yeah, as I say, if you take on a rescue dog, might not show, so Rebel, leave. See, he's picking up. There's been a dog with left a scent like a bitch. Go, 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 go. That's the thing, you have no control when they start picking up a bitch in heat. They suddenly go crazy, the males do. So yeah, I'm hoping, you know, but for the people that do know what they're doing, have had the experience, maybe work with them in the forces or whatever, in some kind of professional work or whatever, then they're a brilliant dog. Absolutely 100% for you if you've got the time. That if you've got a busy social life, or you want to go abroad on holidays and all that and leave them in kennels, then sorry, it's not going to work. Getting windy. Right, we'll be along the canal in a minute.